If I had awakened to this truth while younger, I would have saved myself some deep heartache. I am really happy to pass this higher wisdom gained now to you. I have suffered from some personal attacks in my life from souls who like to play the role of being dark and playing with black magic, even. Some have even said they are demons out to get me, but they were human online, sending me a strange symbol or some other form of intimidations through pictures or through words. I have a lot of really strange experiences and physical and psychic attacks looking back on my life. Sometimes we meet others who just are happy to hurt us, and it's not random to why it happens at all. And it certainly is not you when intentions are pure. It's part of the bigger story that is unfolding in your life. Here are some deeper intuitive insight into why lightworkers feel attacked even though they may have good intentions at heart to spread love, light as divine truth, and joy to others. Number 1. You project an image that causes a person to judge or look at their own selves harshly. Because to be a light worker in this lifetime, you had to have struggled crawling up out of the darkness if you think of a metaphor of two people in a dark hole, and one finds a rope to climb up on because they stop crying and wallowing in pity and open their eyes to find it. They move to the top of the hole. That other person left in the hole by their own doing of not looking for a rope yet is looking up at you with a mix of jealousy, admiration, and resentment that you are out in the sunlight and they are stuck in the dark. They start to process this information as they are a failure and compare themselves to the person out. This causes the ego to kick in and act out in self-preservation and start to call out insults, taunt, manipulate, and even try to drag the person back down by reaching up and grabbing at them violently. The person at the top then has a choice: leave the other to find his own rope or reach down and guide him to do so. Not until the person in the dark hole is able to find the rope themselves will they like you. Once they find it, a smile comes across their face and they apologize, recognizing they had the same potential within. And this is when friendship can begin. When a person does not help themselves by self-reflection, seeking, and discovery within, they will continue to attack when they see someone else enjoying the sunshine and they aren't yet. It's important to understand we all are at different levels of awakening within our experiences of who we are and perspectives of what we have come to do in this lifetime. Number 2. Certain frequencies and vibrations just don't match and cause a planned discord for experience of learning and lessons within expansion of the universe. Not all souls will get along. We are one, but at the physical level, you have to accept there's going to be duality of harmony in the universe, which is discord. If all beings in the universe got along all the time, there may be no point to existence after a while. No real growth that you can gain when you meet a soul you don't originally vibe with and have to learn how to communicate with them and how to either avoid them or work with them. What you can most hope to do with those you just don't vibe with is be respectful and kind to them. Sometimes melodies of the universe change and friendships blossom from the most unusual places. Hatred. Number 3. There are souls who polarize themselves to darkness, discord, chaos, and they don't like what you represent as the order, harmony, and light of creation. It's just their preference of experience. Like a dark shadow seeking to snuff out the light in the role they decided to play, they are attracted to you. It's best to just be kind, but ignore them and go on your way. Don't take their dislike for you as the essence of who you are. Their perspective of you is not the sum total of your experiences with others who do like you. Number 4. You may have a lesson still to learn, and that lesson is courage. Until I actually stopped caring about attacks, I kept getting them and letting them affect me. Now, since I learned the lesson of what it means to really be brave and fight off that dragon as the knight, I don't get these attacks any longer. And if I do, and when I do, it doesn't really affect me as much. I learned from that lesson and reached a new benchmark within my own soul to be brave. And now that dragon looks like a tiny mouse to me. This is why I am serious when I say I have no more fear of others. I learned and moved on from this particular lesson. And now I truly do believe that knowledge is really power. There is not anything that I can learn that can really truly scare me. It's far more scary to me to not be in the know than to actually know what is really going on. If you are getting attacked by others and it really scares you, it may be time for you to discover your courage, which is an attribute all souls must learn eventually to walk back up that ladder of consciousness towards oneness with the cosmos. Like the tale of Frodo and Sam taking that ring, that was their quest to experience bravery and then victory, which represents the triumph of spirit over matter. Number 5. Power play. You may have met another powerful soul like you who is more in their ego instead of their unity consciousness, and they like to play power games. They recognize you for how strong you really are, and they want to test you and taunt you and see just how strong you really can be. This can be described as two wizards, both powerful, fighting one another, just like in Lord of the Rings when Saruman was in his ego more on the side of Sauron, and Gandalf was not. It caused a power play. Be sure to know when you are doing it to others as a Lightworker as well, and why you may cause another Lightworker or an awakened soul to test your limits or try to defend themselves from you. Sometimes we unconsciously cause others to attack us by the way we are acting too. It takes a bit of discernment to know when you are truly innocent and when you may have created it yourself. If you discover you did cause it, then a sincere apology and forthrightness can usually stop the power play. If the power play happened just because you met a soul who wants to test your limits and feel more powerful than you, then simply walk away and decide to not play the game. Power struggles are not fun, and they leave you with a heated fire inside, which can be damaging internally to your mentality if not soothed. Best way to soothe the flames is back away from the game with pride. You have nothing to prove as a sovereign being. We are all equally powerful with infinite potential within our immortal existence. One of the things that you should really be aware of is the fact that you are actually being used by the universe to reach a balance. So as a soul that chooses to polarize themselves to the light, they will draw in darker souls in order to reach that balance and that peace and understanding on a very deeper level within the universe. So know that that's part of your role or your mission as a light worker, and that it is part of the job, is to attract those that have not found the light within themselves yet, and they are still in the darkness. They will be attracted to you, they will come to you, and they will bother you, and they will seem like they are attacking you, but just know that really what they are doing is reaching out to you. And if you can find a way to help them see their inner light, most of the souls that choose to polarize themselves to darkness actually can be shown the true nature of themselves without the corruption, without the taintedness of this physical world. You can be a reminder to them of what really is inside and what they really come from. May this bring clarity to why lightworkers and those polarized to light do experience attacks in this world, and ways to prevent them or accept them as destiny to learn from and grow from.